Litecoin and Bitcoin breakout soon. What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here. I hope everyone's having a great weekend. We're going to take a look at Litecoin, then we're going to take a look at Bitcoin. And at the end of the video after that, we're going to take a look at the Bitcoin daily chart versus the gold weekly chart. And it's been a great indicator of where the market's going for me. So definitely stick around to check that out. It's very interesting. Also, the free t-shirt contest, we are going to pick a winner at the very end of the video. So make sure you stick around. And we're going to use a random comment picker to pick a comment from one of the videos last week, and that'll pick the winner. And don't get discouraged if you didn't win. We're going to do it all over again. So next Sunday, we'll be picking another winner for another free t-shirt. Also, don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section down below to be entered to win. And let's get into the charts.
1, 2, 3, jump!
All right, guys, as always, I want to start out by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion and my view of the market only. Anybody that's doing any trading or investing in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market can be extremely volatile and risky. Also, keep in mind this is still a speculative market. Don't put in more than you're willing to lose. And with that being said, if you're new here or you haven't already, hit the subscribe button in the lower right-hand side of the screen to get you subscribed to the channel. Also, tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash those likes. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think of the video. Also, don't forget to leave your comments. It enters you in a chance to win a free t-shirt this coming week. And also, if you guys belong to any groups, any Discords, Facebook, any of that stuff, please share my videos. Get it out there. Really helps me out. Helps the channel grow. You guys have been doing an awesome job. I really appreciate it. And I'm extremely humbled as the amount of subscriptions we're getting. So, all right, enough of that. Let's get into the charts. So, looking at Litecoin, we're going to go to the daily first. I don't know why I had that in the 4-hour, but okay. As you can see, I have pretty high targets here. Also, some kind of low targets. So, we are in a very important, we're at a very important time right now with we're at a critical area in Litecoin and also in Bitcoin. So we're going to take a look at our targets here and what we're looking at. So we'll go into the 4-hour and show you how I got these targets here in a minute. But first we're going to look at the RSI. We look at the RSI here in the daily. We've been bouncing around in this rising channel. But if you look at this the top white line, it looks like a rising wedge. So, and we're getting support on the bottom of this. So I do believe, guys, if we don't break down from here, well, actually, if we do break down from here, we're gonna see more of a correction coming. But I do believe we have a high chance of continuing up from here and getting, you know, another high. So again, guys, it's only my opinion. So let's go into the 4-hour RSI and the 4-hour charts. And as you can see, we have a falling wedge here, which we seem to be breaking out of now. So that goes to, you know, that goes along with my possibility of getting a higher high here. So let's take a look at how I've gotten my targets here. And first, we're going to look at the lower targets if we were to break down and be bearish. Again, guys, I'm bullish here. I do believe we're going to continue up, but there's always the possibility that we go down from here. So looking at the targets, if you look at this, I was looking at this here as a head and shoulders, with this being the left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and right here at the 85.50, 85.60 would be our neckline, and the measured move would be measuring the head there, bringing it down to here, and that's what gets me to the $73 area. Now, also another measured move off that, if we were to look at this here as a flagpole, and this is a bear flag, did a measured move off of that flag there, which gets us to the $65 range. Another one that gets us to the $65 range is this measured move off this triangle to where we broke out here, and that gets us to the same area, 65. Excuse me, guys. So that's my targets for that. And then obviously that would get us back into this rising channel here. And if we were to break through, the measured move is the width of the channel down. That gets us to 53. But I don't see that yet, guys. I don't believe we're ready for a big correction yet. I do see us going up in Litecoin to around the $85 to $86 range, at least in my opinion, before a correction, but we could go higher. So obviously looking at this falling wedge here, this would be my first target for moving up is the $85 to $86 range. Now my next target right here is obviously this same, we take this same measured move off that triangle to where we would break out, and that gets me to the 106 area, guys. Now this longer target here, this is a measured flagpole of this, looking at this as a bull flag. If we were to break out here, guys, we could break down lower and it would lower the target, but as of right now my target for that is 125.09. But again, guys, these aren't exact numbers. These are just, you know, estimates. So don't take that too seriously, but somewhere in this area, if we were to break up from here. But also, we could get resistance at this line here around the 110 area if we were to be continuing up. So keep that in mind. And let's look at Bitcoin. And we're looking at Bitcoin in a daily. Same thing. I have my higher targets, lower targets. We're going to look at the RSI real quick in that. And as you can see, this rising channel, we continue to get resistance up here and support down here. There is room to fall more here, and we'll take a look at that. But I do believe, same thing with Bitcoin, I do believe we're going to continue up. And if you guys haven't been watching my channel, I do believe the bottom is in for Bitcoin and Litecoin. So that's not to say we don't come back down and, you know, test these, like this bottom trend line here, in the worst case scenario, $3,700 area. But I really don't think that's going to happen, guys. But again, this is just my opinion. So looking at the RSI, let's go into the 4-hour now and take a look at what's going on with that. And as you can see, I have a falling or a channel here, or descending channel, where we've been getting resistance off the top, support off the bottom. And also, we zoom in a little bit, you guys can see that I have a slightly rising channel here, and where we could come down and test the bottom of this one more time, and then, you know, come up, test the top of this little channel, and possibly break through. And in my opinion, that is what I think is going to happen. But again, guys, we could go down. So we're going to take a look at both sides of the story here. We're going to take a look at the bearish scenario first. And this first, let's look at what we got here. This first measured move would be measuring this as a bull flag. But first off, I want to shorten that up a little bit. I had that longer in there yesterday. And also, guys, I moved to this bottom line because if you look at where it touches in this RSI, it's right here. So I use that line, and then obviously the other touch down here, use this line. So this is where I believe we're at right now. But now I'm going to do a measured move off of this here. If we were to break down, you know, from this bull flag here, we're going to move this target up now, guys, to right in this area. And again, guys, the targets can change as the market goes, obviously, because our trend lines are rising and falling. So you look at that. So my target for breaking out of this now is around the 46.27 range if we were to break down through here. Now I have a lower target here also, and we're going to go into how I got that. Let's get out of the chart here, and that would be a measured move from the length of this, almost looks like a rising broadening wedge, and we would take the measured move off of that and bring it down to where we would break out, and that's what gets me the 43.25 range, guys. And again, these targets aren't exact, they just give us a rough estimate, but that's what I'd be looking for if we broke down through this support line here. The first target would be 46.27. If we broke that, obviously looking down at the 43. But again, guys, I do see more upward movement first, in my opinion. So my first target would be right here around the $5,600 range, which would be the top of this rising broadening wedge here. And if we were to break up past this resistance line, which if we look at the RSI again, guys, let's look in the daily again real quick. Sorry to switch it over, but I want to show you guys what I'm looking at. Actually, nope, wanted to look in the 4 hour. Sorry about that. But we look in the RSI there, that, you know, if we break through here, we could be looking at coming up all the way up here, which would be pretty high on the RSI, but it's definitely possible. Bitcoin has done weird things. So if we were to break up through the top of this, you know, my next target there would be around the 61.94 range. And that would, you know, that would coincide with old support from new resistance over here. Now the next target, obviously I've drawn off of these 2 wicks, so you guys know where I get this. Off of these 2 wicks here, line up, which would be a bigger broadening wedge, obviously. And this measured move here is just the flagpole here, looking at this as a bull flag. And if we were to break through up in this area, would get us right up to this 67, 64 area, somewhere in this area. Again, guys, these numbers aren't exact. So that's what I'm looking at Bitcoin right now, guys. Those are my targets as of now. My next target for, you know, the bullish target is the 5,600 area. And if we could break through this trend line, obviously my next is the 61 to $6,200 range. And then after that to here, if we were to continue up. But after one of these targets here, guys, we need to watch closely, because I believe then we'll begin a bigger retracement, possibly all the way back down to the top of this channel. So yeah, if we look at, I'll go back to Litecoin real quick and just look. We had this rising channel, and that's where we're at now. We're testing the top of that channel. In my opinion, I think it'll probably hold. If not, obviously we come down to the 73, but I think after that we might continue our push up. So I'm going to go into the Bitcoin daily and compare this to the gold chart, which is here. And if you look at the resemblance, it's amazing, you know. And look at what happened in gold with no capitulation candle, mind you, just a nice rounded bottom. And right in here, 2003, the gold ETF was approved. And look what happened after that. Not to say that's what's going to make Bitcoin go, but I do believe charts are all based on human emotion. And granted, this is, you know, on a weekly in gold, but times are way faster. We have the internet, social media, whatever. It's easier access to buy and sell things than it was back here. And more of the general public is getting involved. So I do believe that, you know, look at the resemblance here. No capitulation candle needed to continue up. And I'm going to zoom in. Obviously, you can see the lines I've drawn here. This dotted line from the all-time high of the gold, and then the second peak here, drew across. And once we broke through those, we never went back down to retest the long-term trend line. If we look at gold now, the long-term trend line, we hit it twice. We've came through both of these, just like in gold. So that's why I don't believe we return all the way back down again. And then if you look here, I have these trend lines drawn from each peak to where it broke down to the 6,000 all the way across. And if we look at where we're at now, this is a telltale for me. This is my favorite. I guess you can consider it my indicator for now, is where we're at in the market. But as you can see, each time we've came across one of these lines, it's been resistance, and then we break through, test it for support. On each one of these lines, the same thing just keeps happening. So, but the only concern I have is we never had any retest of this line right here. So if we were to break through here, and that's about the 49.88 area, and if we look at over at this Bitcoin chart, where that line is on here, right around the same area, guys, right around the 49.70, somewhere in there. But if we break down below that, obviously, then my next lower targets are in effect. But go back over to this, and so this is the area I'm really watching here, guys. And as you can see, this is the daily, and this is my 13 EMA, the white one here, which is going to match up really well with that 49.82 area, which I'm thinking we're going to get support and continue up, come and test this again around the $5,400 range. Once we break through, that'll become our new support if we're able to break through there, guys. And I do see that as being possible as of right now. So that's where I'm at with that. Let's go into the RSI, and this is just you know, why I believe that the bottom is in Bitcoin, and I'm going to show you real quick on the, we'll go into the weekly. As you can see, this is the 2013 bull run, 2017 bull run. Drew these trend lines here. Once we broke through, we had two major resistance, actually a third one down here. So three major resistance, and then we broke through. Same here, resistance, 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 and then we broke through. Now we look at the monthly, and we have same thing. This is a 13 bull run, 17 bull run, and I've marked each low on the RSI before we made our move up, and there was 4 lows here, 4 lows here. So that's where I see us now, and this arc, guys, could be quicker if, you know, we get some big news and something happens in this area. But in the worst case scenario, by the end of summer, I believe more people will be confirming a bull run. But that's where I'm at now, guys. So all right, let's pick the winner of the t-shirt. And again, guys, you can pick the t-shirt of your choice. I've put them in some videos before. If you haven't seen them, just ask when you get a hold of me. So let's go into, let's pick which one we're gonna, which video we're gonna pick, which one got the most views here. This one right here. So let's use this video. We'll copy the link, we'll put it over in the random picker, load the comments, and I want to do this live so you guys knew, or not live, but I wanted to do it recorded so you guys knew. Well, I can't win. Let's pick another one. Well, that's what I get for commenting to everybody. Let's keep picking until another name comes up. Ian Wicks is the winner, so get a hold of me, Ian. You won the shirt, and you're looking for the 109 area. I agree with that. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button to get subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell to get notified when I post new videos. Smash those likes, guys. Leave your comments. Don't forget to share the videos. And don't forget to leave your comments for a chance to win next week's t-shirt. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.